type of person who gets frustrated easily because we are in one of the most congested cities for traffic on Earth.
And when I say congested, I mean this. This is Manila, capital city of the Philippines. Here, the streets are like parking lots. The infrastructure here hasn't changed in the last 10 years, but the amount of cars has tripled. I've come to Manila to participate in a death-defying driving challenge.
Oh my God!
My mission is to handle one of these, a jeepney. And I have to handle it just as well as a local professional driver would. To prepare myself for this challenge, I'll spend the next 7 days driving as many different vehicles as I can possibly get my hands on.
Man, this thing is the biggest piece of crap I've ever driven in my entire life.
This experiment should prove educational, but it won't be enjoyable.
Whoops, whoops. If you want to enjoy your life, don't drive here.
I'm Andrew Younghusband. Is 1 week enough time to learn how to drive as well as a local in a city that has some of the world's most dangerous traffic? I'm about to find out. I've just arrived in Manila, and I'm scared. I'm jumping into the deep end of this city's driving culture. My first task, taking a rental car to my hotel. Leaving the airport parking lot, I'm immediately deposited into traffic that is thicker than the tropical heat.
This is what I was told it would be like. It's a 6-kilometer drive from the airport to the hotel, and according to the GPS, it should take us a little over an hour to go 6 kilometers.
That's more than 3 times as fast as the traffic is moving downtown.
I just want to see what's actually causing the delay.
What's causing the delay is the same thing that causes the delay every day in this city. Cars. As far as the eye can see, there's cars, 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 cars.
This is crazy.
What's really crazy is that the average commuter in Manila spends over 1,000 hours a year in his or her car. And even crazier than that is the fact that I'm going to be driving in this nonsense for the rest of the week. I need to learn some tricks for getting around Manila quickly. So I've signed up for an urban driving lesson with NASCAR racer and Manila resident Pia Boren, who says she knows how to beat the gridlock.
I don't know if my racing helps me drive around the city or my city driving helps me around the racetrack.
So what do I need to know about Manila traffic?
A lot.
A lot of people in Manila don't know how to handle the traffic. If they did, the official death toll wouldn't be 5 fatalities a day on these roads.
I don't want to do this.
But Pia pulls over because it is time for me to take the wheel.
You up for it?
Yeah, I guess. Whoa. This is kind of freaky.
Go, go, go. Yeah, before anyone gets there. All right.
I don't feel all right.
Stop.
I feel afraid. And Pia says that can be the kiss of death in Manila.
It's like when you're in the wild and animals can smell your fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reeking of fear.
There's a lot to be afraid of in this town. And I don't just mean this mayhem. I mean, there's motorcycles and bicycles and quad cycles and kids running into vans.
Watch it, kids.
There's street vendors and traffic directors and little old ladies pushing God knows what around. There's taxis and trucks and tykes and a never-ending array of vehicles that could either kill or be killed. And that doesn't even account for the pedestrians or the pedicabs or the peddlers of items that range from things like tires to bananas to jasmine flowers.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's cool.
But the objects on the streets of Manila that you really have to watch out for are these bad boys.
What are these machines? These, like, bus things? What are they?
These are jeepneys, actually.
Jeepneys.
Yeah.
These things are everywhere in Manila. Nothing moves more people in this city than the jeepney. Jeepney drivers go whenever they want to. They stop wherever they want to. And they change lanes with impunity.
There you go. Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
Don't let him in, really?
No,
But he's...
no.
No way, I'm letting him in.
Come on.
Come on, what am I supposed to do? He's nosing his way in there.
Well, you have a nose, too.
Am I supposed to go around?
Yes, you can.
No, the Jeep. Way to go, Jeep.
See, you hesitated. That's why.
If it's not one jeepney stealing your space,
Oh, watch it.
it's another jeepney merging without blinkers.
All right, try to get around him.
I just did try to get around him, and he cut me off.
There's really only one way to avoid jeepneys in Manila. Turn into markets where they can't fit.
Follow the Karate Kid here.
I feel like I don't fit in this market either.
You're not. You don't really want me to drive down here.
Yes, I do.
Tomorrow, I'm going to take the government's test to see if I can get an authentic Filipino driver's license.
This is amazing. There's so much to see and hit.
And while this experience with Pia is very enlightening,
Your speedometer actually says 0.
I don't know if I've learned enough about local street signs and road rules to pass the test. Before I actually do take the Filipino driver's license test, I've come to this part of town to prove I'm not a drug addict.
Thank you.
I'm serious. Where I come from, the licensing department simply assumes you're not a crackhead. Here, though, I have to pee in a cup.
Fill this bottle with your urine, make it full, sir.
Okay.
Can I search you, sir?
Search me? Just to make sure I don't have some virgin child's urine on me?
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, all right. Fine.
Make it full, sir.
I'll make it full. Don't
Keep
you
the door
worry.
open.
Pardon me?
Yes.
Keep the door open?
Yes.
But I'm shameful. I'm bashful.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, man. This is a family show.
Now, I have a little confession to make. When someone stands behind me while I'm trying to perform a bodily function, I get a little gun shy. How to put this delicately? It just, well, it takes a while for the valve to open.
That was a delicate procedure. I didn't want to spill on TV. Have you ever caught anybody trying to sneak somebody else's urine in?
Yes.
Yeah, you caught him?
Yes. Sometimes.
Sometimes, eh?
This time, I made the urine all by myself.
So I'm negative?
Yes, sir.
All passed? Methamphetamine negative, tetrahydrocannabinol negative. That's marijuana, is it?
Yes.
So you're just making sure I'm not on ecstasy or some kind of wacky pothead. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Sir.
The next step in getting my Filipino license is the part that makes me the most nervous. The road sign test. Which turns out to be even easier than urinating in a little tiny bottle because the road signs I have to identify are posted on the wall. Now, you'd assume that the practical part of a Filipino driver's license test would happen here, or here, or here. But actually, it happens here, where you're not allowed to drive faster than 20 kilometers an hour. But there is a cat you have to avoid.
Turn left here?
Yes, sir.
4 left turns later.
You go left, then up the bridge.
The closed course testing is done.
Do we go out in the public street?
No need.
With testing this easy, I decide to get a motorcycle license too.
The power. Be careful.
All I have to do is drive a little rinky-dinky automatic scooter around the block.
And that's it. That's the whole test.
Okay, yes, the test.
That test alone proves that I'm good enough to be on the streets of Manila.
You have the privilege, but always be careful.
Thank you very much.
And thank you.
Wicked. Thank you.
Today's test was stressing me out a little bit.
Mr. Younghusband, Andrew.
But it turns out the hardest part about getting the license is fitting into the picture frame.
Oh, I need to go down to Filipino height. Sorry. Oddly proud of that.
When my journey continues,
I feel like I'm in the wrong lane, but I'm not. Isn't that amazing?
I use my newly acquired driver's license to operate a motorcycle taxi.
What's the proper hand signal for him in my pants?
This is Manila, the capital city of the Philippines. But from my point of view, this is the capital city of congestion. I'm here to see if in just 1 week I can learn how to successfully drive one of these beasts, a jeepney. But before that, I want to drive as many other Filipino vehicles as I can. Next on my list, one of these things, a motorcycle taxi. And believe it or not, my newly acquired driver's license permits me to operate one. That is,
That's neutral, yeah?
if I can get one started,
No, he's... Let go.
which I can't. There are 70,000 motorcycle taxis in Manila, and I'd like to tell you that this one is the worst one of the lot. But it's not. It's just one of them.
What could go wrong?
One thing that could go wrong is I could stall in front of an oncoming truck.
She died again.
If she stalls one more time, I'll quit.
All right. What a piece of crap.
I'm going to tell you something now that probably won't shock you. Motorcycle taxis in Manila never have to pass safety inspections.
What's going on? The throttle's doing nothing. You drive this thing every day. This is crazy. You drive back, okay? I don't know how this guy drives this thing every day. This is insane. This thing has no front brake. The rear brake is so loose, it's unbelievable.
I've seen some dangerous vehicles before.
But I think this one takes the cake, and it's a professional vehicle.
Professional drivers tend to know exactly how wide their vehicles are. We were pretty unwise mounting a camera to this vehicle in a way that makes it wider. When my driver gets stopped, we're going to take the cameras off his bike and put them on this one.
Oh, yeah, this thing drives like a dream. This is what I'm talking about. I like your machine, buddy.
But I don't like the jeepney that's bearing down on me.
Stay in your own lane, buddy.
I have faith in my driving skills, but I have no faith in the turning abilities of this vehicle.
What's the proper hand signal for him in my pants?
And my confidence is about to be shaken further. I'm entering a 6-lane freeway.
It's crazy. But I think this is really ultimately going to help me a lot getting prepared for my final challenge, because I'm learning that these people who drive these things are not in control. They don't actually have a whole lot of turning capability. They don't have good braking capability. They don't have good accelerating capability. This is nutty.
You know what's really nutty? The opaque sun visor on this thing acts like a blinder.
There's sun visors, and then there's this. Like, what? I don't... It's silly. Oh, we're off.
Maybe I'm a little bit off, because I'm actually starting to like this.
Man, moments like this on this machine are beautiful. Sun's going down, wind in the hair. You can't beat it. Until... Get into fourth, buddy. Until you get in the big trouble, then you die. 5 people a day die on the streets of Manila, and it's mostly because of vehicles like this. Well, that guy might be short-lived as well.
The massive rock wall I'm passing through right now signifies my entrance into Intramuros, the historic section of Old Manila.
Oh, sorry, cobblestones. Don't mind me, just a few cobblestones.
Back when this road was built in the late 16th century, no one was too concerned with how gas-powered vehicles would be affected or how they'd affect the city. Heading out of the historic area,
Holy smokes, the pollution.
I'm getting a taste for how gas-powered vehicles have affected the city. A horrible taste.
Man, my friend, you must suck a lot of pollution into your lungs driving this thing. Woo, Nelly. Those jeepneys just barf the black stuff, don't they? Pollution is a big issue in this city. A lot of people are having respiratory problems. Oh, I'm in too high of a gear. And it's not hard to see why, is it? Look at all the black smoke belching. And it's the drivers of vehicles like this, get into fourth, yeah, that are most susceptible to respiratory illness.
They're also susceptible to getting squished like bugs by large trucks.
So it's not hard to see why traffic accidents are the #4 cause of death in this country. Man, I better not be the cause of my own death here today. I feel like I'm in the wrong lane, but I'm not. Isn't that amazing? Somehow it doesn't feel right that I'm allowed to drive this thing next to that thing. Only 85,000 accidents in this city last year. Can you believe it? I don't know how they kept it so low. Who has the right of way here? You or me? I'm guessing you because you're bigger.
After today's experience, I no longer wonder why people who talk about the Philippines say, don't drive here.
Yowza.
But it has made me wonder, what's driving me? I guess the question I'm really asking is the question I've been asking my entire life. Where the hell am I going? When my journey continues,
Oh my God, I told you I'm scared.
I learn that for a single mother with no car,
Everybody on the bus.
getting groceries is a death-defying odyssey involving multiple vehicles.
Wait a sec. Where's the rest of the family? Hang on.
This is Manila, capital city of the Philippines. One of the reasons this city has more gridlock than almost any other city on Earth is that going from A to B almost never means going in a straight line. That's because private citizens can own roads here. And when they do, they won't let traffic through. One guy who knows all about this problem is local historian Carlos Celdran.
Manila's got a lot of private spaces, which are the gated villages.
So these gates shut traffic off? They
Shut traffic
clog?
off for the whims and comfort of the elite.
With the center of town cut off to most traffic, public transit vehicles have to take the long way around. And unfortunately, the public transit systems here, well, they suck. And the component that sucks the most is the gridlock causing jeepney.
We used to have the most developed public transportation system in all of Asia. But World War II and the American Army and the Japanese Imperial Army blew that amazing system up. And that's why we have the jeepney.
Jeepneys don't make long drives. So in order to travel a long distance, people have to use many vehicles. That's something that the head of the city's traffic department, Yves Gonzalez, sees as Manila's biggest problem.
So the average commuter doesn't just use one vehicle to get from A to B, they have to transfer many times?
Yes, from the very beginning, you ride a tricycle or a pedicab, and then you ride maybe a jeep, and then maybe if it's a long trip, you ride a bus, and then coming down from the bus, you ride another jeep. So
all of this is in one commute?
Yes.
People will transfer 5 and 6 times to get to one location?
It happens. Because of the inconvenience that this causes, everyone dreams of having a car.
One person who dreams of owning a car is Kate Tiongson. Her 2 kids and 4 nieces and nephews would be a happier clan if they had access to air conditioning.
Here we go, kids. Everybody on the bus. Wow.
Did I wait that?
What an ordeal.
Today, Kate is going for groceries, a task she needs 3 public transit vehicles to achieve.
So having a car would change your life dramatically, eh?
Uh-huh.
That's what you want, is a car?
Yeah. I think all of us wanted to have a car here. I think we need to get off now.
Is this our stuff? Okay.
We need to get off. Let's go. Yeah.
From this bus stop, it's a short walk to a jeepney route. And for pretty obvious reasons.
We're going to take my hand across the street.
This is the part of the voyage that Kate hates the most.
Crossing the street here seems so dangerous.
Seriously, I'm scared of crossing the street.
I bet. I'm scared of crossing the street. I don't think you have to be ashamed of saying that.
No. Like
Come on, kids, here we go. We're going to take life into our hands. Here, watch, you give me that hand. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Here we go. Nobody's stopping. 6 kids on a crosswalk, and this guy's just going to fly right on through. Way to go. Thanks, buddy. Very classy.
Oh, my
very
God.
classy.
I told you I'm scared.
I believe it, man. I'm scared, too. Nobody stops, hey?
Wait.
Nobody stops. It's crazy. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
Here
told
we
you
go.
I'm scared. Here.
Full
We have
on
to take the
craziness.
jeepney here.
There you go. Well done.
There.
You did great. You did great. You did really, really good.
There.
Oh, here's the jeepneys here. Okay, fine. Everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
take this one.
kids, 2 adults,
We have to get...
1 jeepney.
Go.
Who do I pay for the jeepney? You pay the driver? Thank you. Yeah, for 8. Thank you. $2 to get 8 people on here. Don't stick your hand out the window. Somebody could crash into it and crush it.
The 15-minute jeepney ride is going to drop us off at a motorcycle taxi stand.
Come on, kids. Here we go. We're going to get on the tricycle of death.
How many people do you think are allowed on one motorcycle taxi?
You'll put 5 passengers on one.
Passengers and even seats. Stay here.
6 passengers. Somebody stands here.
Yeah.
Unreal. We'll take 2. I can't believe that this is like how you get to the grocery store with 6 kids in this country. I thought my mother had it rough putting 2 of us in a car.
In a 2-vehicle situation like this, I worry about the mother being separated from her children.
Unbelievable. Welcome to Manila. Wow.
Sure enough, as we bounce around the very first turn, the kids get left behind.
Wait a sec. Where's the rest of the family? Hang on. Look, that guy can't even get his motorcycle started back there. Now the family's separated. Just stop.
Okay.
Suddenly you're abandoned from your 3 kids because the motorcycle on these uninspected machines can't start. Okay, there we are. Everybody safe? Everybody's safe. This is just, there's unsafe and then there's this. Boy, when people talk about Manila, they say don't drive here, but you can understand why the locals all aspire to driving here, and it's because public transportation is harrowing. And in North America now, you need a kid's seat just to put a child in a taxi. Here,
No seatbelts, no problem.
everybody okay? That's a humbling experience for me, I gotta tell you. Here we go.
When the shopping gets accomplished, there's no way I'm retracing those vehicular steps.
That's quite the ordeal just to get the family through one set of chores.
To get the family home, we're taking a cab. Compared with the collection of vehicles we used to get here, this taxi is going to be 4 times more expensive.
Okay, here we go. Wow. Yes, air conditioning. No, there's a fan here and everything. I like that.
Is it working?
Yeah, it is. No wonder you want a car.
Yeah, of course. Look at them. They're so happy inside the car.
I have to learn how to drive well enough while I'm here to be able to challenge a local professional driver at the end of the show. And so I'm trying to drive as many different vehicles as I can. Do you think this guy would let me drive this?
I don't know.
I think he'd let me drive it. And he does. But he looks unhappy. And he's not the only one.
Don't worry, little baby. Don't cry. Don't cry. We're going to get you home any second now, just as soon as we get out of this gridlock.
When my journey continues, I take a shot at directing traffic in downtown Manila.
Jeez, what was that?
traffic in Manila moves every time a light turns green, but that only lasts for a couple of 100 meters. The average speed for traffic in the entire city is just 10 kilometers an hour.
One reason it moves at all is because of guys like this.
This is Ramiro Inojas, Manila's most famous and most entertaining traffic director. Believe it or not, Mr. Inojas used to do this for free. As a civilian, he'd just walk into the middle of a busy intersection near his house and start directing traffic in his own unique way. He was so good at it, the municipality he lives in gave him a job. The dancing is certainly uncommon, but the idea of an unpaid civilian directing traffic in this city is not. Some do it for tips from passing truckers. And some do it because they are heroes of the super variety. As for the professionals, well, this is where it gets complicated. When North Americans say Manila, what they really mean is Metro Manila, a super city made up of 16 different municipalities. Each of these municipalities have their own traffic directors who wear their own uniforms. In total, there are over 2,000 traffic directors working in Manila. One of those officers is second-generation traffic director Jose Cruz, who often fears for his life.
It's very hazardous in the field, in the streets, because you never know when will a car hit you or something.
Officer Cruz has been hit several times.
What kind of vehicles have hit you?
Taxis.
To make sure that everybody stays safe, the officers who work at this intersection communicate with each other and with the drivers through whistles and hand signals.
All right, so you're using your whistle, you're moving your feet, you're doing this. It's like being at a rave.
Yeah. That's why sometimes they call it dancing.
You do call it dancing?
Yeah.
Really?
Excellent! I love to dance.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Donna Summers when I'm out here.
This is serious business, though. As a traffic enforcer rookie, I've got a bit of a chip on my shoulder.
And that's a violation, right? These guys are all violating our authority.
I believe it's my responsibility to lay down the law. But that's not my job at all.
Let him pass. No, that next time.
I feel like my authority was mocked just now.
My job is to make the traffic flow.
It's just better to keep it flowing than stopping people just because they're in the wrong lane.
Because if we start to stop them, that's the congestion there.
If you stop them, just congestion everywhere.
Yeah, it will begin to build up.
I bet.
You'd think that the sophisticated traffic lights that Manila has would be enough to keep the traffic flowing. But they can't see what the human eye can. When Officer Cruz sees too much gridlock at a red light, he waves them through.
It's just madness.
We're gonna bypass the sequence.
What?
We're gonna bypass the sequence. We'll bypass because they need additional green time here.
Oh, so you guys control. Don't worry about the lights. Worry about the officers.
Okay.
I finally get it.
If you want to, that side you'll manage. I manage this side.
Oh, you want me to manage it alone?
Yes, yes.
You think I'm ready?
Yes, I think you're ready.
Okay.
Now that I understand my job, I am still pretty scared to be out here. But I'm facilitating the flow.
You're in the wrong lane, buddy, but I'm letting you away with it. You go. You're fine. You're totally fine. You go.
I sure hope that when I drive a jeepney in my final challenge, traffic directors stop every other vehicle on the road and let me have a free ride.
So do you think I can do this as for a living or what?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can come back.
I can come back. Jeez, what was that?
What's that?
I don't know if I want to come back, man. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Before I get back behind the wheel of a car here in the world's most congested city, I've got a date with a tarot card reader who I'm hoping has good news for me.
One question. Will I get into a car accident while I'm in Manila?
Of course, yes. Because you deserve it. You deserve it.
I deserve that.
To see if I can alter my fate, I'm at the A1 driving school for an authentic Filipino lesson with local instructor Jarrell Cornelio, who's had 40 years in the passenger seat, which has left him pretty relaxed.
So we're heading out into Manila traffic.
Yes.
Yes.
I soon learned that in Manila, even without the presence of traffic directors, red lights don't always have to be followed.
So now this is a red light, but everybody's going through it.
The light is not functioning, it's busted.
Then I learned that less than a third of the local motorists have a formal driving education.
He's driving in 2 lanes at the same time.
Well, again, those are uneducated drivers.
And then I learned that some of the local gridlock is caused by cars just dying in the road.
So now they're pushing that. Look at that.
Not all the people running in the road here are trying to push start cars. Some of them are pedestrians running for their lives.
That's crazy. The pedestrians don't look.
Yes.
Pedestrians in Manila jaywalk across the road anywhere they think they can make it.
So anywhere that it's open, I should be ready for pedestrians to come running across.
One of the reasons for the cavalier attitude towards jaywalking is that it was only made illegal a few years ago. And it's still not illegal to sell stuff in the middle of the road.
They must get hit a lot, hey?
Yes.
I mentioned earlier that the roads here claim 5 lives a day. That's officially. Mr. Cornelio says that in truth, that number is much higher.
I think it's about 10
10 people die every day?
because of bad driving.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
A lot of those deaths are caused by jeepneys. And that makes me worried, because tomorrow, my ultimate driving challenge in Manila is going to be handling a jeepney. But I have already devised a cunning plan that I am hoping will keep the public safe. I am going to use my blinkers.
Whoa!
When the sun goes down in Manila, the lights come on. And that means it's party time. And tonight, party time means I'm driving a stretch limousine full of rambunctious bridesmaids.
I think they're drunk.
I'm driving this 9-meter-long limousine to learn how to handle something that's basically as big as a jeepney.
This is the biggest vehicle I've ever driven in my life.
Driving something with this much mass is quite daunting, and stopping it smoothly is going to take some practice.
Sorry. Look at all the people. I couldn't run into them.
But the thing I'm really going to need to practice in a vehicle that has this big of a wheelbase is taking tight turns.
What's on your left? There's a signboard.
Everywhere you turn in Manila, there are people. And when you're driving, these people don't just watch what you're doing, they try to help you do what you're doing.
There's a hole there.
I see it.
Learning how to use their help is critical to learning how to drive a big vehicle in this city.
Thank you very much.
Good job. Good job.
I'm learning a lot about the friendliness of Manila tonight, but the most important thing I'm going to learn is what happens in downtown Manila stays in downtown Manila. When my Manila experience concludes,
This thing is a hog.
I finally get my hands on a jeepney.
You need a ride? You want to go to hell? Come on, hop in. It's only 8 pesos.
I came to Manila 1 week ago on a mission that would make any sensible person crap their pants. My task has been to learn enough about the local driving culture to handle one of these beasts, a jeepney. Incidentally, jeepneys were jeeps that the Americans brought to the Philippines during the Second World War. When the conflict ended, the Yanks didn't want to take the machines home, so they sold them to the Filipinos for $1 a piece. Once the locals got a hold of them, they chopped them up, elongated the bodies, and turned them into the incredibly popular, overly decorated, extremely dangerous vehicles you see today. To prepare myself for driving a jeepney on the streets of Manila, I took a local driving lesson.
Whoa, that guy's close. Whoa.
I also learned how well motorcycle taxis are able to maneuver.
This is nutty.
And I even drove a stretch limousine. Now, it's time to face my challenge.
And I'm scared.
Driving a jeepney in rush hour traffic. The rules of this challenge are simple. While driving my meandering 15-kilometer route, I can't break any laws, and I can't hit anything. The Filipino who will be judging me on this challenge is Clang Garcia, who owns this jeepney.
Holy cow. I feel like a giant.
You're a giant.
Jeepneys are big vehicles.
Whoa!
But the driver's bench seat is so close to the wheel and pedals that to sit in place, I kind of have to fold myself.
Boy, oh boy, that's tight. Okay, no, I can do that.
Before getting started, Clang warns me that much of this jeepney is homemade, including the gearbox.
That feels like a homemade gearbox, all right. Ooh.
And you have to fasten your heart because you have no seatbelt.
I have to fasten my heart because I have no seatbelt? Don't tell me that.
I also have no first gear.
Yeah, just go straight to second.
When the engine gets rumbling,
Yes, yes, you're ready to roll.
Boom.
Woo! Second gear.
I shift into second gear and my ultimate challenge begins.
Wow, this vehicle is massive. Okay, I'm going to third. Get in there.
Coming around the first turn, I discover that the steering is not responsive.
Whoa!
But I need to be.
Boy! Bicycle, car, pedestrian, guy in a weird homemade thing, blind spot, lead on a stick. I like lead on a stick. Can we stop for that?
Ready to shift to third gear.
Oh, I'm afraid of third. Every time I go there, she screams at me like I owe it money. Oh, yeah, now it's purring like a
Okay.
kitten with gastrointestinal issues. Oh, I'm going back to second.
Go, go, go. Don't stop. Just continue.
This challenge is more challenging than I thought it would be.
You have no horn. You're not serious. Oh, there it is. Thank God.
The average jeepney driver in Manila logs over 100 kilometers a day. Not me, though.
But I don't want to scrape somebody's machine.
At this rate, it'd take me all week to drive 100K.
You have to act like a local. Turn left.
I'm doing it. I'm taking it wide. This machine is so big. Stop honking at me.
You're driving slow. That's what you get.
What is this light that keeps flashing?
That's your brake.
You think I would have put that together, seeing as it lights up every time I hit the brake?
Yes.
I'm just so freaked out I can't tell the obvious.
Professional jeepney drivers have to handle their vehicle with cash in hand. Clang wants that to be an element to my challenge.
So this is a local deal?
Yeah, I saw them kind of like doing like this almost.
Yeah.
On the bridge to Chinatown, motorcyclists and jaywalkers are risking their lives. But they clearly don't care.
Look at this. In Canada, if a motorcyclist stopped this far in front of a pedestrian, they'd both be talking about it for months. They would.
You're in Manila.
In Chinatown, the available space gets even tighter.
He's pushing me out of the way.
Go.
I got it in third. I got it in the wrong gear. That guy's just forcing me out of the way. bite through my lip. I feel like I'm doing this the whole way. I'm like, oh no. Watch yourself, barefoot youngster.
I can't wait to get out of this pedestrian-heavy area.
Oh, I'm in too big a gear. I gotta go back down in a second. Come on, second, where are you? Oh, the clutch is to the floor.
When I do get to a less populated street, I'm getting a little self-righteous about the carelessness of other drivers.
That guy's in 2 lanes at once. His driving is terrible.
But I shouldn't be getting holier than thou. I should be paying attention to the pedestrians. Jeez. When my journey concludes,
This machine is so powerful, it scares me.
I'm looking for a left turn when I should be looking for pedestrians.
Not every country on Earth has a vehicle that's considered a cultural icon, but the Philippines does, and it's these things. Jeepneys.
There are 30,000 jeepneys in Manila, and all of them have the exact same complaint line phone number written on their back. Today, that phone must be ringing off the hook because
Westerner coming through.
I'm driving a jeepney as my ultimate test in this gridlocked city.
This machine is so powerful, it scares me. Where should we go?
Straight.
Straight?
Look up left, look up right.
You find that funny? This vehicle would crush a person like an egg.
And this vehicle should be in the circus.
Whoa, what is that? But it's so insane because all I see here is mirror and a big steel post. Like the blind spot on this thing is like the size of Ray Charles.
Klang didn't tell the mechanics that she employs that today I'll be driving this jeepney.
Will they be shocked that I'm driving this thing?
Yes. Whoops.
He'll be shocked when I T-bone him in the next week. Oh, I don't... You're coming the wrong way, buddy. You're coming the wrong way. Wow, this street is tight, and he's just going out in traffic without looking.
You gotta watch out.
Oh, I'm watching out. Yeah, get off the street, buddy.
Everything's on this street. Horses, skateboarders, scooters, and a flabbergasted white guy that's starting to get kind of delusional.
Boom, 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 boom. The painkiller sales must be huge in this country.
Yes.
Everybody just must be rattled like...
What's happening? You gotta
Sorry, okay.
drive.
My challenge here in Manila was to learn to drive as well as a professional jeepney driver. I'm pretty sure I haven't achieved that. Don't get me wrong. I've had an excellent time here in the Pearl of the Orient, as it's known. The city is beautiful, but the traffic is frankly making me bananas.
That scared the hell out of me. Wow, yeah, shut up, buddy.
Actually, it's worse than making me bananas. It's making me drive like a monkey.
I think it's broken me. Oh, what have I done? What have I done?
What I've done is I've turned the engine off with my knee.
What have I done?
And that's put me in the way of about 1,000 people. When I rumble into motion again, I'm in no man's land, which forces me to run a red light in one of the biggest intersections in one of the biggest cities in the world.
Get in gear.
Running a red light is breaking the law, and that means I have failed my ultimate Manila driving challenge. And that means I can finally unfold myself from this stainless steel box of stress.
Oh my God.
You made it.
I feel like...
You deserve a pat on the back.
The only thing that should be patting my back right now is a rag on a stick.
Am I sweaty? I feel sweaty. Am I sweaty?
If you ever come to Manila, take my advice. Don't Drive here.
Chip and the A-Team finish a restoration job at the request of a late-night car collector. Next, on Overhaulin'. Behind closed doors is a world of mechanism and magic where your favorite products come to be on How It's Made. Tomorrow, crew members battle breakdowns. Some will call it quits during the hardest season on record. Tomorrow on an all-new Deadliest Catch.